name TBD.
That's right.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Carter.
And we're going to talk about life and stuff and some things that we do and that we notice. And we just invite you to come along for the conversation.
Come along on this journey with us and see what we do. See what we can accomplish and see how we act.
Yeah. We might be a little bit unnatural at times because we've never done this.
We've never done it before.
It's the first time ever.
We are with each other a lot, on a daily basis. So we have a lot of conversations.
We talk.
We talk a lot about all sorts of different things. So we just want to feel it out,
record it.
Hopefully things don't get, too inappropriate or anything,
Just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
You want to start?
Yeah, so...
What do you do, Kyle?
I'm a contractor.
A contractor?
I work on people's houses.
Okay.
With tools and stuff. That's what I do right now.
How long have you been doing that?
Specifically that for about a year and a half. Almost 2 years.
So you have your own contracting company, or do you work for somebody?
I work for a general contractor.
You work for a general contractor. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, I already know all this stuff, but for people who are listening who don't know who we are, we're just trying to explain.
Yeah, give them a little.
Who we are.
Just a little
snippet.
Taste.
Yeah, a little snippet of what's going on here. So you're a contractor. You've been working on houses. You work for a general contractor, if I understand that correctly. What does a day-to-day, life look like for you in terms of work?
In terms of work?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would either go to a shop, where we meet, or I would go straight to a job.
Okay.
And I would, if there's a homeowner there, I would, notify them that I'm going to begin working.
That must be awkward sometimes. You ever show up and they're still sleeping?
I think I've woken up some people before. Yeah.
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 Sorry, can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
Because, alright, just for everybody's listening, I'm Carter. I also am working for the same general contractor that Kyle is currently.
So you're a contractor too?
I'm a contractor too, sort of.
And where do you work?
Well, the same place you do.
Okay. Like we would work at the same house?
It depends, but usually I'd say about probably 70% of the time we're working at the same house, same job together.
Yeah, like hand in hand. Almost.
Hand in hand.
Right.
I've obviously been in this field of work for less time than you, so I'm still learning, the crafts and whatnot. But I remember one specific instance when we showed up at a house. I don't think I was with you this time. I definitely wasn't, but we showed up at a house. The homeowner wasn't responding to the doorbell immediately. Eventually they did. Obviously, they had just woken up, right? It's this guy. Yeah. And he opened the door, and he's like, oh, you guys, sorry. And we were basically doing, like, a kitchen job, just flooring, I think, in the kitchen. And so he brought us in, and then he was walking us through his house to his kitchen. And once we got to his kitchen, like, there was just poop everywhere, all over the ground. Poop. Dog poop.
Oh.
And, like, if you have dogs, like, you know what dog poop looks like generally, but it was a lot, and it was not normal dog poop. Like, it looked like human poop. It was but like diarrhea type poop.
Ew.
It was so loose, and it was all over the floor, and it
the whole
smelled horrible. No, just the kitchen. Just the kitchen.
Was there a dog there?
There was a dog there.
Was it?
I think there was a couple dogs.
Was it were they locked into the kitchen?
I think they were in the kitchen. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think they were like.
So you showed up to work, and then he was just
and there was like,
to my
oh, he was
kitchen.
like, oh yeah, sorry, I just woke up, coming in my kitchen. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's just dog poop everywhere.
Right.
And then he was like, can you guys step outside? I'm just gonna clean this up.
Okay, that's good. So he cleaned it up.
It was really funny because
he cleaned it up though.
He did clean it up.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but we were bringing tools inside. And as I was just carrying tools in, like, he was just wiping the ground with paper towels and just smearing the poop. I mean, it smelled horrible. Like,
That's
we
gross.
have dogs at our house, and you have dogs.
Yeah.
So, like, I deal with dog poop sometimes, but, like, this was the next level.
Wow.
Sorry, I just had to say that real quick.
That's okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah,
When was that?
I think that was before I left
Yeah.
the trail. Yeah, we can get into that later, but So that was my first go around with this general contractor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you wake people up sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes there's just poop everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you live? Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in this house, actually.
This house?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm just, getting everybody to
giving
know.
them a little an idea.
Making sure you're not homeless. And
not everybody will be able to see, though.
True.
If anybody listens to it, they might
That's
not.
true. We might just have normal listeners.
Yeah. But anyway, we're in a house right now, and it's the house that I live in.
Yeah. So you live here. Are you married? Are you single?
I am married.
Okay.
Yes.
How long?
I've been married for a year and...
Oh, wow.
A year and a month.
Wow.
Yep.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually your best man, so...
Yeah.
That was a fun time, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
So you're a contractor.
I am.
Are you married?
I'm not.
No.
I'm not married.
Any prospects?
No, nothing going on. Yeah. I'm pretty single right now.
Pretty single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 100%. Like I'm not even talking to anybody right now.
Not a single person.
Like the only person I talk to on a daily basis is you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
So I'm really...
sometimes you got stuff to do.
So...
Sometimes I have stuff to do.
Yeah, for sure. So...
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not married. I'm...
Right.
I'm pretty single, so...
On a daily basis, how many texts a day would you say that you get?
That I get? Let's see... Dude, it's like on a daily basis. It's not even. I mean, it's like definitely single digits. Like probably less than 5.
Less than 5.
Less than 5 texts for sure.
Like maybe 2 to 3.
Maybe 2 to 3.
Wow.
On a good day.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's work related.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah, it's good. It's a blessing.
I wouldn't say it's good or a blessing, but I would say it's not a problem. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's I don't really like to text a whole lot.
Right.
Anyways, but I am good at texting because I like to put a lot of thought into it because I hate it when people like misunderstand you or something. It's really easy to do that on text. So I try to really do my grammar and my spelling and everything right and try to convey what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
Have you ever put like a lot of thought into a text? Like you really tried to be very accurate and specific and detailed with it, and it's not like a paragraph, but it's it's a pretty a good 6-line text.
Yeah.
You ever sent that to somebody and then they send you like a 1-syllable response?
Oh yeah. Yes. That is a little frustrating. Because that's effort, right? The longer or the bigger the text is, as long as it's well constructed, that conveys that whoever's sending the text, put a decent amount of effort into that. Because, like you said, most people, they just do 1 syllable or just like choo-choo-choo emoji.
Typing's hard, yeah.
And they don't really put a lot of time into it, but yeah, that happens to me. And it's frustrating, I mean, because it doesn't take that much to even do like 1 sentence, you know what I mean? But when you just send like 1 word or 1 emoji,
1 emoji,
it's like, okay, whatever. And that's part of the reason why I don't like to text, because most people don't put the amount of effort into it that I do.
Yeah. What if you text someone and then you get the opposite reaction? You get like you send them like a 6-line text and then they respond with like a couple pages. Just like a spam text. Have you ever had that happen?
It doesn't usually happen. Definitely not anymore.
I guess what I'm getting at is what is the ratio to the initial text should the follow-up text be?
I think it should be at least, I mean, it depends on context, but I'd say generally speaking, you should be matching the effort that the other person is putting into. So it should be equal.
Yeah, really? Okay.
That's my thought. Unless it's something that you are an owner of a business and you are instructing your employees, some specific task or something that's going on with the business. Then it's this big constructive paragraph. You don't need them to be like, oh, yeah, and go on and on about it. They can just be like, okay, yes, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make sure to implement that in the future or something like that.
Yeah.
So obviously there's,
I think
variation.
I think follow-up text should be so let's say you send me a text.
Yeah.
My text should be in the ballpark of 50% of that text. If it's too far above 50%, it's like, we just need to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
If it's a whole lot less than 50%, it's like, I don't actually.
That's a good point.
Respect what you're saying to me.
I can see that for sure. Yeah. That is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, we work together. I live in a house.
You do.
You live in a house somewhere.
I do live in a house somewhere. It's not my house.
Right.
It's my parents' house.
True. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta start somewhere.
You do.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about what I do, what you do.
Yeah.
What does your daily routine look like outside of work?
Outside
Before
of work,
after work.
Before work, after work. I'm pretty big into fitness. You know that. I do a decent amount of training stuff. So depending on what day it is, I like to do a little bit of training before work. That usually looks like a workout. I'm with this workout group, and it's nothing crazy. You just work out in the parking lot, basically. But I do that sometimes. That would be Tuesdays or Thursdays in the morning before work. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, depending, this all depends on, my rest cycles and where I'm at my training, but usually I try to go to the pool or something before work also. So it's either going to be a pool or workout before work.
It's a lot.
It can be, but I do take rest days. Like today I had a rest day, so I didn't get up super early and go to the pool before work.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
And then after work, and this is hard too with this job because some days are like you're not hardly exerting yourself at all. And then other days it's like you're exerting yourself a pretty good bit, like you're just picking up, you're digging a trench.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah, it's very inconsistent.
Right.
And so it's hard to base my training off of that because I might do a workout before work, go to work, get, smoked all day, lifting cinder blocks.
Sure.
And then my schedule says I'm supposed to go do a lift workout.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you're already cooked.
I'm cooked, dude. But sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, after work, I usually try to go to the gym, do a session there. That can be weight training, body weight stuff, or I go run or both. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I like to run at parks and stuff.
Yeah. How many miles do you run usually?
It depends. Usually 3 minimum for sure. 5K minimum. My long runs I usually do on the weekends. That's anywhere from 8 to over 10 miles depending.
You know how many miles I've ran this year
cumulatively running?
Mm-hmm.
I know minimum what it would be.
Right.
Yeah.
3.
3.1. 3.
3.1.
3.1.
1 5K.
1 5K. That's fine. It. Yeah.
But that's okay.
Do you like to run?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's kind of painful, and I feel like I don't gain a whole lot out of it.
Yeah.
But I am getting a little older, and I need to, work my heart and stuff. So.
Yeah. You used to run a decent bit.
Yeah. I'll try to get back into it a little bit.
You used to run more than me.
Yeah.
I used to watch you run and be like, man, I wish I could run like that.
Yeah. But then age happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited to start biking more.
Yeah, that's true. We've been getting into biking, mountain biking.
Right.
I got into it, I've never been into it regularly, but I first started looking at our dad's bike because he had a mountain bike, or he got a mountain bike from his friend years ago. But it's basically been hanging in the garage for years, 10 years, over 10 years.
Right.
So about 2 years ago I got that down. And
let me try this out.
Yeah, I was like, let's see what this does. And I looked into it. I was like, wow, this is actually a really nice bike. 20 years ago, this was a top of the line bike.
Right.
And we went on a off-roading trip like where you drive your trucks and stuff. And I was like, hey, let's just bring the bike too.
Just see what happens.
And we brought the bike, and I started riding the bike all day while they were driving trucks.
Wow.
And dude, it was awesome. Like there was some really good, ramps and stuff and downhill stuff, technical stuff. And I rode that thing most of the day, and then the tires popped because they were so worn.
Oof.
They were like dry rotted, but yeah, been getting into that more. You're more into like building your bike than I am now. Like I just got new tires on mine. Just a couple other small things. I haven't really done much with it, but you bought a bike recently. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. I mean, Facebook, got it for, a couple $100 and just put, some tires on it, disc brakes, dropper post, just kind of snazz it up a little bit.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Excuse me.
No problem.
Sorry about that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I like building it. I've ridden it a little bit now.
Yeah.
Need to keep kind of tuning it in, but it's just part of the hobby.
Biking is really good. Biking is really, like, especially, like, sport stuff, like, on the road and whatnot. Like, when you're biking to train can be really beneficial because you're not, putting those impact forces on your joints. Yeah. And it's especially good for like overweight people if they're trying to get into running and cardio activities because it won't hurt their joints, to bike. And they can work on getting their lung capacity up before they start running. So it's really good. Really good sport.
Yeah. Maybe not even just overweight people, maybe people like me who
it's true.
Just have a hard time making, getting into cardio, right?
You're there. I mean, you just need to, dust off the lungs a little bit, clean off the rust.
Yeah.
Get the machine running again.
Right.
And it'll be all right.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard to do with, when you have a family, I'm sure. I don't know anything about that, but if you have a family...
Yeah.
And your work schedule. It's got to be tough to train like that. But people do it.
People do it.
It's,
No excuses.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break here. We'll come back
and
get into some more stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
See ya.
Welcome back, guys. We were just talking about our daily routine, a little bit about who we are. And just to continue that, Carter, what do you do after work on a normal daily basis?
After work, we already touched on it a little bit, but after work I usually try to get in another training session. Recently here, like within the last month or so, I got a membership at Latitude Climbing. Shout out to Latitude Climbing, based in here in Virginia.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but maybe. Super cool place. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's a climbing gym, right? So you go there, you can get a day pass, do some rock climbing, top ropes, or bouldering, whatever you want. Or you can get their membership, right? And so you can go there every day. And they have a gym, which is probably the reason I got it, access to some pretty good equipment.
Yeah.
So you've had a membership there, right, for a good bit of time.
Yeah, like a year.
Yeah. I just got mine, so now we can go there after work and train, climb, do whatever there.
Yeah, super fun.
So I like to do that after work, for sure. Yeah. I sometimes I run. I like to run at different parks like Fort Monroe or the Nolan Trail, wherever seems fit. But running in a neighborhood, I mean, I can do it, but it's not as exciting as running like next to water or in a forest or something. You know what I mean? So
right.
And then after that, after my training session, like, it depends on what I'm doing, but I might, come by here, hang out with you for a bit, or go home and get ready for the next day. So,
yeah.
What do you do after work, Kyle?
Well, today I got off and I started, I ate some lunch, stuff like that, and then I recorded a podcast.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm recording a podcast right now.
Right. Yeah.
On a normal basis, I would probably eat something.
Yeah.
Probably watch something.
Okay.
Probably
so you're
converse with my wife a bit.
How does that go?
Depends. It's hard, it's hard to navigate, but I do my best.
Yeah. When you said navigate there, I just thought like a ship trying to you see this ship in the big ice sheets all around it, and it's just having to go in between them, dodge these icebergs and stuff. Yeah. That's what I just thought of when you said you gotta navigate.
That's pretty accurate.
So I feel for you.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I'm just there's not even any ice. I just
open waters.
Ride the waves.
Open waters.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So you don't do a whole lot of training after work, or
training?
Yeah.
What am I training for?
To be a healthier person.
You just training for no reason?
Nah, I mean, I train for myself, right?
You have your own reasons.
I do have my own reasons, but even if I didn't have my own reasons, I would still train, just be a better, healthier, stronger human.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have confidence in who I am, in my capabilities if something were to happen, if I needed to run, if I needed to move, if I needed to lift something, move something, pick up something. I have a good, base level confidence for, strength movements.
Yeah. I have confidence in myself that I would do my best.
Yeah. So that's good. Would you ever consider doing more training after work?
Well, that's tough, because I already have so many other things that are just biting away at my time,
Yeah.
Just like.
Sure.
Is it something I should do? Maybe.
Right.
But I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm gonna keep biking.
Yeah.
I'm working on my feet all day.
Yeah.
Staying active.
Yeah.
But I'm not, just gonna. I'm not gonna go to the gym and lift. Probably it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my horizon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. But good for the people that do.
Sure.
Sure. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yeah. Do we want to talk about any of these things that we have here?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a pretty good start for now. We can wrap this up, and
all right, cool.
Next week we will talk about some pretty exciting stuff. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
We've got a trip about it's some talk about a long trip on the trail, the Appalachian Trail. One of us did. We've got
business topics.
We got business stuff,
entrepreneurial
endeavors. We've got gross stuff.
Yeah. Exciting things ahead on this podcast.
Yeah, so make sure to give us some feedback if you can.
Yeah.
If that's on however you're listening or watching, and
yeah.
Ask us a question. We'll talk about it.
I would love to answer your question if you had one, I love answering questions.
Carter has no one to talk to.
I have no one to talk to. So if you would please ask me a question so I could talk about it. I still wouldn't be talking to somebody, but at least I could talk about something that somebody said.
And y'all can listen to us.
That's right. So check us out. Share.
Yeah. Until next time.
All right.